Hey guys, Sean from GoT Productions here, bringing you another Game Pass video, trying to make these a bit regular. We'll see how it turns out. And Kerbal Space Program. Yeah. You must have known this was coming. I was talking about indie games. Well, I say indie, but Warframe, well, it's kind of indie. Not really. So yeah, Kerbal Space Program, early alpha, version 0.19.1.54. Favorite version. For those of you who don't know, this is Kerbal Space Program. It is a space program involving little green men, which is a little bit funny. It's a bit of a joke there, because little green. Never mind. We'll hop into it. Basically, it is a sandbox space flight simulator, almost kind of game. See, I have a world here already because it is alpha. It does enjoy crashing. So you have your rocket assembly area, your space plane assembly area, your place where you could see all your rockets and space planes, and the place where you launch all your rockets, and the other place with all your space planes. Obviously the runway. We'll hop into this. And this is your vehicle assembly building. So use your command pods. These are where all your little green men go. I will use... I'll use this one. Bring that up to the top. Now you get out... This is your command pod. You put all your little green men in here. This one only holds one. And then you go into space. Now let me see here. You do that. Of course, not that easy. Unless you're super advanced. Cough, cough, Scott Manley. Now, I'm going to add this, which is an SAS module. That's basically your flight controls. Well, not controls. Autopilot, more like. Kind of. You got aerodynamic stuff for space planes, utilities, which is ladders and parachutes. Pop a parachute on there. Now, the parachute showed up here. That means that these are your stages. It's really hard to show with one, so I'll add more. And to add more, I will put a decoupler. Yes. Basically, this will separate whatever's below it from whatever's above it. And then I will put a adapter here because I want to fill this thing with rockets. There we go. And a giant... Because, a great man once said, overkill is underrated. But, I don't know if this is going to be enough. So I'll put more decouplers. I will put radial decouplers. Now there's symmetry here to make building easier, because now I could place 6 at a time, just like that. For all your radial decoupling needs. It's worth pointing out that all of these are all the descriptions are actually quite funny. Like, well, let's see here. Manufacturer. Jebediah Kermit's junkyard and spaceship parts. So, everything's a little bit of a joke. You fly. These are basically you're flying little green men. He knows. He knows. It's all about the Kerbals. And I'm just gonna do something real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Oh, is that lined up? Yeah, that's lined up. If it's not, close enough. And then put more rockets. Now you can see his stages now. So you have these 6, then they split apart using the decouplers, then the middle one fires, then it splits, and this will fall on its own, and then the parachute will deploy. This is essentially how I'm gonna make this work. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna add struts. These things will just sort of break apart on you if you're not very careful. And they'll just smash themselves to bits, which is a pain in the arse. But you could add struts like that, and like that, and these things will break away when you lost my train of thought there. These will break off when you decouple. There we are. Hopefully that doesn't... No, I'm going to do it the other way. That won't cause problems. No. And then the final touch. I have no idea where these are. There's a lot of parts you could add. There's rover wheels. There's all kinds of different stuff you could add. Utility, structural... Ah! Aha! That's right. I'm going to use... whatever these are. Yes. That'll help. So there's my rocket. I'm sure it'll be fine. So we'll go and launch that. Now, this game does like to crash. Please don't crash. Hey, didn't crash. Well, I may have botched that. It's fine. You know what? That's fine. So if I turn on the SAS, that will basically keep me pointing straight up like this. And throttle up. And I will... So it is quite loud, so I will zoom out. So, yeah. I just built this, and I could just fly it. Basically. That's Kerbal Space Program. You could build your stuff and then fly it. I'll bring my resources down here. See my fuel and my heat gauges over here. My speed, which is quite fast. Atmosphere. Your height. Your speed again. Brakes. Gears and lights. Time warp up here. It's all good stuff. You could move your stage around on the fly. If you feel like it. If you're feeling, you know, fruity. I'm going to make this quick, though. I'm not going to make this a full flight. So I'm going to disconnect those. And there they go. And now I am spinning out of control. Please stop. Please stop. Oh, God. Please stop spinning. Kerbal Space Program. It's very trial and die. Quite often, actually. Whoa. It is very sciencey, though. I will say that. You see there's my prograde. If I cut engines and flip around, you can see on the gimbal retrograde. There's other markers for when you're docking. And now I'm spinning out of control. You can also see your map. My apoapsis, which is the highest point. There will also be a periapsis if I had made a full orbit. That takes forever, which is your lowest orbit point. I could time warp. I'm just going to time warp like this because I can't be asked to wait. Space flight. Nobody has time for space flight. I say that, but I love space flight. For those of you wondering, I will tell you right now, I will not be doing space planes. Just because it's a whole other... I don't want to get into it because I'll start talking about it. I do fly real planes in real life. And video games will just continue their tradition of never... Okay, I think it's time to... So now my parachute will deploy when I get in the atmosphere. But yes, there is a gyro, so you can do all kinds of fruity things like that. Spin around, be all crazy. Bill Kerbin, not giving a single fuck. Oh, there he goes. That's gonna slam into the ground at God knows what speed. I'm not time warped anymore. I am actually going quite fast. This may blow up the parachute and kill me. Yes, even parachutes explode. It's made out of I don't know. Plastic explosive. We'll use that. Nitroglycerin. That's what I was thinking of. The heart pat. Never mind. Yeah, so I fly real planes, and if I start flying planes in a game, I'm just going to be so angry that they didn't get it right. But it's an alpha, and it's a video game, and you build your own planes and rockets. That's awesome. Also, you can get out. I'm now going to die. That was a stupid thing to do. That was an unbelievably stupid thing to do. And pop. Oh! Kerbal Space. I swear that doesn't normally happen. Ah, there we go. Let's see if I can... Oh, close, please. Can I... No. I can't zoom in on this anymore. It doesn't... It's not going to cooperate with me. So, Kerbal Space Program. I've just gone and killed myself, where if I had stayed in the command module, I would have been absolutely fine. As you can see it there. You can end the flight. It gives you a nice, lift off, separation. It gives you a nice log. It's the word I was looking for. And that's basically it in a nutshell. There are... Let me just go to planetary... Oh, tracking station. There we are. So you got Kerbin, your Earth analog. The Moon, or the Moon. Minmus, which Kerbin is Kerbin's second moon with... I think it's got like 5% gravity, if that. You could get into orbit at around 50 meters per second. Then you have Eve. If you zoom out, you have Moho. Duna, your Mars analog. Then you zoom out, you have Draze. Joule. And Elu. Let's zoom in on Elu. And these are all visitable. Elu, your cold rock. Pluto. I've never been there. I have no idea what I'd be doing. And that's your solar system. And, of course, the sun, which... it's hot. So, there's Kerbal Space Program in a nutshell. I'm thinking of doing a short series on this of just me playing the game and talking over it. I don't know if I'd have anything interesting to add. If you guys want to see that, say, sure, we want to see that. And if you don't want to see it, tell me that as well. I'm sure you will. Because as much as it might seem, I cannot actually read minds. It'd be a handy skill, I know, but I can't do it, so you actually have to tell me what you guys would like to see. So if you want to see Kerbal Space Program stuff, say yes, Kerbal Space Program. If not, then say no, and I'll move on to something else. Anyways, it's been Game Pass, Sean from GoTo Productions, and I will see you next time.